All right, cool. So we have the website. It's like a basic website. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask ChatGPT because the whole goal was to make a blog. Well, first off, let's actually, yeah, let's make this. Where is it? Let's have some DNS to this. Let me see. How much is it to use Route 53 for one DNS entry? Let's see. So hosted zone corresponds to a domain. Yeah, it's like 50 cents, so it's not bad. All right, so how can I set up a domain and called, so let me actually show you guys what I'm doing. So I'm using ChatGPT. How can I set up a domain called the, let's say 1%.com. Let me see if there's one already. 1%.com. Let's do, oh, I can, .io. Cool. So it's for sale. But, these guys are, yeah, these guys are still in track. 1%.io. Let's see. 1%. The 1%.io. Jesus Christ, everyone is using, but, you know, they're not us. Alright, so anyways, let's look at how do I set up a domain called the 1%. Dot. The extension can be whatever that is available, and hook it and create a hosted zone correspond to that in AWS Route 53. So I'm literally just trying to create a domain, and then hook. I'm gonna need so every time you like shut down this server, or let's say something was to happen and the server restarts, this public IP address is gonna change. So what you need to do is use this resource called Elastic IP. I need to go ahead and create one. We go ahead and do that now. Yes, use one, cool, boom, allocate. So this is gonna be the 1% University web server IP. Okay, so this Elastic IP, I'm going to do actions, associate Elastic IP. I'm going to choose it with the 1% universities. Boom, cool. I'm going to associate. And so now this IP address, I'm going to go to instances. I'm going to go here. That right there. And if we look at, if we go back to Elastic IP, what this does so for instance, 100.28.112.24, that is 100.28.112.24, meaning if I restart the server, it's not going to change the IP address. Now, why is this important? Because when we want to create like a DNS entry, which is, I mean, you guys can look it up. I mean, to make it very simple, it's associating an IP address to a domain name. So for instance, typing in netflix.com, there's an IP address associated with that. Typing in like this right here to connect to this website, I typed in an IP address. Instead of me using an IP address, I want to use a name called the 1%.com or something like that. But DNS is going to associate the IP address where the web server, where the website is at, right, on the actual server. It's going to use this IP address, and it's going to, instead of using the IP address, you can just use the name, right? And so if EC2s, typically when you turn it off and turn it back on without the elastic IP, it's going to change, it's going to make a new IP address every single time that you restart it. Now, if you attach an elastic IP and you restart it, it's always going to remain this one. That's important because if we make a DNS entry with 100 with this IP address with a domain name, even if the EC2 restarts, it's still going to be able to, the website's going to work, right? Because if the server shuts down and starts back up, the IP address is going to be different. But imagine we already associated 192.168, like just a random IP address, to a domain name, and now that the IP address changed with the server where your website's under, like, you're not going to be able to connect. So we need to attach an elastic IP, which is what we just did. And now this is what, and you'll see how this works. So anyways, it's even showing us, right? We can use domain. Oh wow, I didn't know you can. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this. We can look at search for a domain name. We're gonna say the 1%.net. Jesus Christ, it's like these guys are crazy. They're smoking crack. Excuse my language, but the 1%.app, nah. I want something. 1%. I might do use this. Anyways, let's go to Route 53. Create a host's own. How can I create a domain using Route 53? Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to put this to the side. Now just follow the steps. I'm going to go to Route 53. That's amazing. I never actually set up a domain with Route 53. I've only just like connected to DNS stuff. So we're going to click on domain. Okay. We look for a registered domain. We want to actually register one. Register domains, enter domain name. This is amazing. The 1%, let's look. The 1%.net. Let's just use something. Proceed to checkout. Auto renews is turn on one domain. Let's see. So this is the domain name that we're going to use, the 1%.net, for 1 year. Right? It's $15. That's cool. Registered contacts. I'm going to person. Fill in my information. Address optional. So I'm gonna push this to the side because I don't want you guys to know where I live. So I'm gonna fill out. It's actually really cool. Really, really cool. State. Okay. Oh. Okay, okay, that looks good. Admin contact, tech contact, okay. everything should be. Okay, so the request to register the following domains is in progress. You will receive a registration status email for each domain, oversense.net. Okay, so it's in progress. So I'm making a request. So literally request to actually get this domain. It's in progress. So now I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. I just made a request, so you guys can see over here. I just made a request. How long does it normally take? The request to register a domain is usually proceeded immediately by AWS. You'll see the domain after you complete the payment. Just want to double check. I don't want to. So let me go ahead and refresh. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to be done. Okay, domain registration is in progress. That's pretty cool. That's actually really nice. So, I already have a domain, actually. I don't know why, but let me not touch that. Just make different ones. We'll wait for that to finish. And then, just want to make sure, I'm checking my billing to make sure it went through. Payments, let me make sure you guys don't see any proprietary information. Anyways, we'll continue because we don't. It's not. I just want to make sure the payment went through for it, but I think it did. Anyways, let's continue. We'll just wait for this domain to be registered. Domain registration is in progress, so we'll wait. Anyways, now. Okay, so we wanted to do DNS. That was the next step, which right, but that's going to be on pause. Now what I'm going to do is just to add the blog. So what I wanted to do was to actually just create a blog on my website based on what I asked earlier about FHA, about building wealth through multi-family real estate. I want you to make a blog for me, make a blog post for me about this, be as detailed as possible, add the step-by-step, and make it engaging interactive, and interesting to read. Spit out the blog and then give me the code and tell me exactly what I need to do step by step to edit my website. Imagine having someone else pay for your mortgage while you grow your wealth. Sounds too good to be true? The FHA 4321 strategy. And so like all this stuff is from like programs I've been in, like I've learned how to do this, and so I just creating a blog post about it. in a way that's kind of like, it's a whole like program that probably takes like 2-3 months to complete. But like, I'm just giving people like a highlight overview of this. Right? So just for them to be aware like of how the process works. So anyways, I'm gonna say spit out the code I need and what I need to do step by step to update my blog. Oh, it probably did it already. Whoops. Yeah, it did it already. Regenerate. Anyways, so that's what it did. I should have canceled it because this is where I was hosting here. I just needed to, but it didn't have this, so that's why I was confused. Anyways, so blog code for your website. Here's the HTML code for your blog post you can add to your website. Cool. All right, nice. So create or edit the blog page. Save the code to a file called FHA blog. So let's look at this. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So and so look, restart your web server if necessary. So if you need to like restart your server, like the Elastic IP is, we're gonna have the same IP. So if we had, and I really want to show, I'm still gonna show it to you when the domain is registered. But when we hook the IP address to the domain name that we just created, it's not gonna have errors because we have the same IP address, and you pay for the Elastic IP tools. It's not that expensive. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do this. Save the following code as blog.html. And so let's open this here. And put this over here, and I'll just, you guys will see what I'm doing. All right, so boom, we're going to open this blog.html, paste that, save that. Let me make sure. Okay. And so like, you know, I've learned HTML, CSS, JavaScript before, PHP, just Python, different programming languages, but you know, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? I haven't touched web development stuff, you know, in a while, but I can always, you know, I understand, you know, the basic concepts. And so like, this is a personal project. Like if I, like, because I'm so passionate about it, obviously I'll like pick up some stuff with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and I still remember the stuff of like, you know, when I first learned it. But like, I'm not gonna go out there and just code all this stuff just to save some time. Right? I can edit it if I want to, or troubleshoot and stuff because I understand it. But the main thing is like, you know, if you're doing the personal project, I mean, learn as you go, right? Learn as you implement, if like more stuff, right? Because there's gonna be new features to that. You know, I might include, you know, different features, and I might need to learn some stuff. Is my main point. Anyways, so how to edit your website? Log into your EC2. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's. So. Okay. Just want to make sure. Okay, let me go. Okay. Okay. My bad, I'm just reading the instructions. So let's go ahead and connect to our thing. Log this out. Yeah. Oops. Boom. Go here. Remoting into our server. Oh, now why is it having, it's stuck, right? Now, because of this, the IP has changed. So it's going to give us an error. Literally all I need to do, just going to show you. copy this, come back here, boom. Just change the public IP. Oops. Let's just make it simple. Let's go to connect. Let's copy that. I needed to add a dash instead of, oops. So look at the syntax, just make sure. Sometimes when you copy and paste stuff with Control V and Control C and Control V, they add some stuff you don't need. Yes, boom, I'm in the server. I wonder how long this DNS stuff is going to take. I want to make sure. Oh. I think it's created? We'll see. We'll see. I don't think it, we'll see. Anyways. Now with this stuff, you guys can't see, but I'm just looking at some stuff. But, okay, cool. Now the next step, let's go ahead and put this over here. Set this here. Boom. What's ChatGPT saying? So we connected to our server, go to the directory where your website files are stored. So you want to go to the /var /www/html, boom, boom, that's our index.html. Cool. Now, okay, so first off, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to type in nano blog.html. So what we did here, like, maybe we could just, we could do this, but yeah, let's do that. So you can either just nano and type in blog.html and then like just copy and paste this, like copy and paste the code that you have from ChatGPT, right? That's the code. And then save, yes, boom, permission denied, right blog. That's pretty weird. Oh, just exit that, ls. Let's do sudo. Then let's do nano. I'm guessing it's because we're not sudo. Let's see. Yep, it's because we need to elevate the privileges. Whoa. Oh. That's why. So I'm gonna remove that, or let's just move this. So we want to move blog HTML to, so we're just moving the file, look at the directory that we're in. So when I ls, I'm like, where's the index.html, right? But it's because we're in the wrong directory. So we need to push this www.html, right? And then navigate to that just to double check. Boom. So we have both of them there. So that's one way of doing it, or we could have just done it the same way we did with, where is it? This. We already created it on our local computer, and honestly, we wanna kind of do it this way, because like we want to have the files locally, and honestly, we need to like implement like just different stuff, like a version control tool if we want to like interact with like other developers, like GitHub, or if we want to just host our code on a remote repository, which we should, right? And we're going to develop that. We're going to do that as time goes on. But for right now, we're just having it locally. And then we want to copy it to the server. So that's the most reliable way, because we don't want to have something on a server and we don't have it like locally, and we're just like, it's just a bad practice. But even better practice is to use GitHub repository and stuff like that. Nonetheless, if you don't know what I'm saying, like, it's just because you probably just don't have the fundamental knowledge, which is, the stuff I teach in the program. But I'm just moving the files inside this folder. Okay, and then I'm going to blog. Okay, that's there. Anyways, now going back to the server, clear that, ls, cool. Now, create a new file. Paste the code, okay. So now we want to nano into our index, and then we want to add some links. We want to add a link to the blog page in the navigation menu. Okay, so first off, we should be doing stuff here and then copy it to the server. So I'm going to say this is my index.html and the code. So literally, like, it's like, hey, add this link to the blog page, right? And I'm just making it simple. I copied and paste, my index.html, and it's asking me to add this stuff. And so you can really just add, I'm not gonna trouble myself with like syntax and knowing exactly where I need to add it and stuff. I'm just literally just saying, hey, this is my old code. Like, add this code, this new code that you're asking me to like my overall code, and give me one code. All right, so literally, I'm gonna set up GitHub for this. Probably gonna be on another video. I'm gonna make a private repository for this. No title is, there it is. We'll do that later. So, anyways, actually, let me just authenticate really quick. But, anyways, let me just go ahead and grab this code. I'm going to paste it here. If you look, we can see the code that it just added, right? Makes sense because the navigation is at the top of the page. Now, oh nice, they successfully registered the domain name. Nice. So if you got an email confirmation, we've successfully registered a 1%.net domain. We've also created the hosted zone for the domain. Your next step is to add the record, and I love this stuff. I think it even shows you documentation on like how to do that, right? But it's really simple. But I like reading stuff. But ChatGPT just makes it very simple. But anyways, what we're gonna do is save this. We're gonna go here. Let's keep it very simple. So for let's use Route. I'm literally just pushing. Let me focus because my brain is multitasking right now. Okay, I'm just pushing the new file into the server. Boom. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I completely forgot. Okay. So this is what we need. I just need to change that. This is the correct thing. Boom. Oh yeah. Code / the 1% university. Boom. Because I put it inside the new folder. So could not resolve host name. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste this. So I'm literally trying to send the new file from my local to the remote repository. What I'm going to do is troubleshoot. Ask ChatGPT, what's going on? Makes my job a lot easier because, okay, ensure that the IP address is your EC2 instance. So what we're going to do is go back. We're going to go back to connect the instance. We're going to go here. So it says, make sure what? It's not resolving, make Oh, okay. So I think it's because we use dashes. Okay, let's see. But I think that's what I used before and it worked, wasn't it? Oh, and yeah, okay. It's because, yeah, it's wrong. We use dashes instead of dots. Okay. Clicking yes. Cool. It's sent to my server. Let me go here, delete this. And so, like, if you really think about it, we could, like, just save this command because this is what we're going to have to run every single time. So we can just type in commands, and then we can type this in. We type in, like, we can say command to send files to EC2. Boom. Save that. Boom. Cool. Put that. No, it's in alphabetical order. Anyways, excuse me. That was itching. So let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and list that. Let's remove the index. Let's regular. Let's go to bar. Whoops. Probably shouldn't have removed that. Does this look? Oh, temp. Yeah. Cool. So cd that's temp. Right. We're gonna move that index to var www.html. Cool. I'm gonna cd there. Boom, we got it in there. Nice. Right? Pretty cool. So now we just updated our website. So first off, let's see how it looks like. So this is the old IP. All we have to do is grab the new IP. Because this IP is pointing to my server and it's going to give me a new website. Right? Cool. Home, this is the new updated one. Log, okay. Building wealthy multifamily, and we're going to let us U9, right? So there's some stuff we have to fix, right? And if we just like, it's very simple. Like if you really look, yeah, we're gonna use GitHub repository. I said repository, you don't have to say it. We're gonna use a GitHub repo for this. Because, yeah, we can set up some tools to it's so cool because we can like just commit it to our remote repository, and then we can set up some tools where it can automatically, like some GitOps tool to like, pretty much if we update something, it will automatically like push it into this file. So like we don't have to manually do a lot of stuff. Alright, so it's kind of cool, you know. Anyways, what was I doing? Yeah, I wanted to show you guys the code. So starting with minimal savings, right? We look at blog. Where is it? We're just going to search for it. Starting, it was over there. With minimal savings, let you, right? You know what I mean? So it's literally just, let's dive in, right? It's kind of annoying. Okay, cool. So save that. Look how cool this is. I can literally just come here. I can simply run the same command. And instead of this, I'm going to use var.www.html. Honestly, I should have been doing that. Boom, it uploaded to the server. Now, ls. Cat the blog. Okay, still showing the old one. So let's let's remove blog. Oh, that's why I'm tripping. I'm big tripping. because I don't think I used the route file. So anyways, let's look at this. Let's go back here, and I'm asking it to grab the HTML file to push that. So I'm now going to say blog. Permission denied. So let's type in a sudo. No, that's not going to work. Let's push it to temp. Let's see what happens. Alright, cool. So maybe there's some permission issue. There's some permissions that we have to do to actually, like, we have to look into that. But we don't even have to worry about that because we're going to use version control, some automations to, we can just commit it to our GitHub repo and it'll automatically like push it to our directory, which we're in right here. And then that's how we can automate like updating our website. Anyways, I don't want to make these videos too long. I won't go over. I'll try to make it like 30 to 40 minutes per each. I just want you guys to kind of see, you know, how I'm growing this website, this blog, step by step, and then you guys can create your own stuff using these concepts. So the last thing I will do is just to remove the blog. Yes, I'm going to cd into temp. Okay, blog there. I'm going to move that into our HTML. Cool. Then I'm going to cd. Okay, do that. Cool. Save. I mean, I don't even need to save that. So now, actually, if we cat it, if we cat the file, okay, it's kind of glitching a little bit. Okay, cool. If we cat blog, what we're going to see, let's dive in. Cool. And so like, the more you like get some hands-on experience, and my mentor, I mean, I guess you can call him a mentor, but one of my mentors in college, one of my old teachers, really just said, like, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So now, if we refresh it, to update something should not take that long, right? And so that's why we have some things where we can automate certain processes to make it quicker. Boom, just refreshed it. Let's dive in. We have the blog, and we're gonna have different blogs, right? So this is not just gonna be on, like, it'll be blog and it'll be like blog post 1 or something like that, or it'll be like building wealth through multifamily real estate. Right? So like, the cool thing is, I'm gonna like send this to my community. I'm gonna say, actually, I'm not gonna do that yet, right? Because I wanted to show you, and we're gonna end the video. I'll have another one, but it's successful. So now on the next video, we're going to use Route 53 to associate our IP address to this domain name, get that hooked up together, and then I'm going to go ahead and share that to my community, pretty much my students, friends, family. Like, hey, look at this new blog. It's really just going to show you guys how to build wealth, and I'm going to be updating this stuff. So I didn't even notice this. All that stuff. I'm going to like obviously proofread it, and then just give just as much free financial, like, literacy stuff for free that I have to pay. Like, I literally paid $80,000 learning all this stuff so far since I started investing in December 2021. Right? That's literally when I started investing. And so literally just gonna give all that stuff out for free on my blog. And this is just literally showing you how I'm using ChatGPT and AWS to really create this for me. And create it at a really fast pace. So, yeah. The reason why it says not found, URL was not found on the server. Now, why is that? Why is there's nothing there, right? It's because inside the web server, this is where you host your files. There's no contact.html, right? I would have to create it. Touch contact.html, then boom, I'll have to like ask ChatGPT to like, and so remember, this is on a server, we want to do it locally, right? And so now it's an empty page. See how cool that is? Because this, if we look at the code, this contact.html, see, I just, that's the link. Right. That's HTML stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The next video, I'm going to talk about Route 53 and DNS. And yeah, it's 40 minutes. See you on the next video.